Hi everyone, today's video is all about book recommendations, so hope that you enjoy and hope that you find it useful when you're looking for Christmas presents, and let's get started. Now, keeping it short and sweet today because I think I finally succumbed to that horrible chesty, throaty cough thing that everyone's coming down with, so I'm not feeling great, not really looking great either, let's be honest. So I'm going to keep this quite short, but I just thought I'd run through some book recommendations for you. If you didn't see my video on Friday, it was all about building the perfect pretty gift for lots of different budgets, so make sure you watch that. But basically the basis of each gift was a book, and I chose these gorgeous penguin cloth-bound classics. This is Moby Dick, and it's got whales on it, and there are loads of other ones, so take a look at that video if you haven't already. But it got me thinking about books, and I do give a lot of books at Christmas and for birthdays. I just think they're really, really lovely gifts. And they're the gifts that keep on giving because you can lend them out once you've read them and all that kind of thing. I did mean to film this in front of a lovely backdrop of bookshelves, but I haven't unpacked my office yet, so there are no bookshelves and there are no books to film in front of. So here we are in front of a plain painted wall. Sorry about that. The second thing I wanted to say was about Kindles. I know that lots of people now read on Kindles. I love my Kindle, I use it every day. Incidentally, Amazon have got the HD Fire Kindle reduced at the moment to £99. I should put the link to that in the information box below. I spotted that when I was ordering all of these for this video. But I don't think that Kindle books make very good gifts, or, you know, it's nicer to obviously give something tangible that you can wrap up and that person can actually hold in her hands. You know, it's all very well if you want to give a Kindle voucher, that's nice, but I think it's nicer to be able to actually give a present. So with that in mind, let's get started with some of the books that I wanted to tell you about today. Now, the first two are both cookbooks. Book number one is Rick Stein's India. I've read this from cover to cover. I love Indian food. I love cooking Indian food, very fresh, lots of vegetables, lots of fish, and this is just a brilliant, brilliant recipe book. Can't recommend that enough, and that was, I think that was just over a tenner, that one. Really, really good, amazing illustrations in there. I wrote about that on my website as well, so I'll link to that review there. Second one is Nigel Slater's Eat, Little Book of Fast Food, which comes with this rather smarmy old cover thing on it. But chuck that away and you've got this really nice retro looking soft covered recipe book with really nice illustrations in there and really great recipes. It's just about how to chuck food together, make it really flavoursome, and I like that one a lot. I think that'll be very, very popular this Christmas. Another one just before I move on to fiction books is, I just think this is so adorable. It's called Much Loved and it's by Mark Nixon, and it's portraits of teddy bears, people's well-loved teddy bears. So each one has a little story about their teddy bear and how old it is and how tall it is, and it's just so, so sweet. Some of them are hideous. They're so worn that they're actually scary. Hold on, let me find you a hideous one. Like, oh no, I want to find you this. Look at this one, Bunny. Oh, and I think everyone will love this. Adults will love this. It's not really a kid's book, I'll be honest. I think some of the teddies would scare them. On to fiction. Now, I haven't read all of these. In fact, there's only one of them that I have read, but they come very highly recommended, or I've chosen them for different reasons. The first one is Helen Fielding's Bridget Jones. This is the next instalment, Mad About the Boy, or the latest instalment, and Bridget is grown up now and she's got kids and something very sad has happened. And if you grew up with Bridget Jones, then you have to read this book. Or if you have friends and you all used to talk about Bridget Jones, then this is a perfect one to buy for Christmas. I've read a couple of chapters. It's not as good as the first lot of Bridget Jones, but it's just got that nostalgic element, and, you know, who wouldn't want to know what's happened to her? And some bits have been laugh out loud funny, actually. I've laughed out loud, lolled on the train. So I think this is a really good one for Christmas. Next one on the bestsellers list, Robert Galbraith's The Cuckoo's Calling, and obviously Robert Galbraith isn't the writer of this, it's a pseudonym. It's actually J.K. Rowling who wrote this, and obviously she's the author of the Harry Potter books. So undoubtedly this is going to be so popular. It gets really good reviews on Amazon, but I never know with her books whether it's just lots and lots of Harry Potter fanatics loving it because it's her book, or whether it is actually good. I've had a little skim through and it doesn't look bad at all, to be quite honest. But if you're reading it expecting it to be like Harry Potter, it's not. It's a crime novel, so completely different. It's not going to be anything to do with magic. It's definitely not a children's book. It's an adult's book, so just bear that in mind. But if you are an adult or know an adult who is a massive Harry Potter fan, then I don't know, it's almost rude not to, really, isn't it? Oh, one that I have read. Philippa Gregory, The White Princess. You can't go wrong with Philippa Gregory books. I'm fascinated with the Tudor period, and although I did my MA dissertation on Hilary Mantel's Wolf Hall, which is very different to this, they're almost opposite ends of the spectrum in terms of writing style. I just think that Philippa Gregory tells a really good story. They're always page-turners, bodice-ripping types of books. And then one that I can't wait to get my claws into, this is The Goldfinch, and it's the latest one by Donna Tartt. And if you haven't read The Secret History, which is her, I don't know whether that won, I don't think it did. Did it win the Booker Prize? Might have won the Booker Prize. It won loads of awards anyway. That's her best-selling novel, and it's quite famous. And if you loved that, then no doubt you will love this. The reviews of this are excellent. And I'm going to be reading this over Christmas. It's a bit of a beast look. Kind of wish that I bought that one on the Kindle, considering that I was just buying this for myself. But actually, I bought all of these with a view to making this video, so I couldn't really have flicked through on the Kindle. It would have been boring. Last one, and you'll notice that all of these are hardbacks. That's because some of them aren't out in paperback yet. But also, I just think that if you're going to gift a book, then it's quite nice to have something substantial and heavy. There's nothing wrong with a paperback. I just think it makes more of a present if it's a hardback. So this is my last recommendation, and this is Stephen King's latest one, Dr. Sleep. Stephen King is a total crowd pleaser. Some people are really snobby about him and say he's very generic, and I don't know, some people are a bit funny about him, but I do think, you know, obviously he writes a good book, and they're always page turners. I mean, he wouldn't have sold that many books if he was not doing something right. So really looking forward to reading this as well, but I do find his books quite scary, so I have to make sure that I read them when I'm in a good frame of mind. Oh, I'm waffling on now, and can you hear my throat is starting to go? So I'm going to go and make sure that you're subscribed. Make sure you check out the little links to my website below, and I shall see you on Friday.